Hello everybody, welcome back. Miner Mountain here, playing some Shattered Pixel Dungeon today. This is going to be the next video in my series, the Shattered Pixel Dungeon Survival Guide. We're going to be talking about armor and weapons, and basically my strategy. So I'm just going to jump into this. I want to show you the game I got going here. Warrior class. I'm only in level 2. I've gotten everything out of this level, but that's not important. What I'm looking at here is my weapons. So you start with like a tier 1 weapon, whatever class you start with. You're going to start with the tier 1 weapon, and it's not going to be that good. It'll work fine for the first 5 levels. You'll notice it will start lacking in levels 5 through 10, and then shortly thereafter, 10 through 15, it will be really lacking and you will die very, very fast. My goal is to have, by level 10, level 15, hopefully at the latest, a tier 5 weapon that I can use, a tier 5 melee weapon that I can wield. And the same with the armor. They don't call it tier 5 armor, but plate armor. Plate armor is the best armor in the game, and I hope to have that by level 15 or shortly thereafter. If I don't have both of those by level 15, 16, 17-ish, it's probably not going to end too well for me. It's kind of a formula I stick to, and it usually tells me if I'm going to be doing well or not. So what I have here, obviously I have my worn short sword, and it's not the best weapon in the world. So I got this from a drop. So this is a tier 3 weapon. And I think I equipped it and jumped in like a fountain of knowledge or whatever with the question marks on it, and that let me know what it was. So this would be a good intermediate weapon. Chances are you're not going to be able to go from a tier 1 weapon to a tier 5 weapon. Now, the original version of Pixel Dungeon, if you used a scroll of upgrade on a weapon, it would lower its minimum strength requirement to use it by 1 every time. That is not so in the Shattered Pixel Dungeon. In the Shattered Pixel Dungeon, if you upgrade it once, chances are it will come down as far as its minimum strength requirement once, but after that, every scroll you use consecutively after that is not as powerful. So to get a weapon to, say, come down 2 points of strength, let's say you're strength of 12, and I'm not right now, obviously, I'm strength of 10. Let's say you're strength of 10, and you've got something that's 13, or let's say 12, and you need it to come down two strength points, minimum strength points of requirement. So 2 scrolls of upgrade is not going to be enough. You're going to need a minimum of 3. And that works the same with armor. So what you want to do is concentrate on finding potions of strength and scrolls of upgrade. Let me check this out here. Let me show you this. There's this Huntress game right here. So this Huntress game, I love the Huntress class, but just because of the Spirit Bow, you have a ranged attack, and the more you use it, the more it upgrades, which is awesome. You used to have to use scrolls of upgrade on it, older versions, other versions of this game, but not in this one. You get experience and upgrades for it by using it, so I always use it. So what happened here, though? Look at this. I'm only in level 3, depth 3. I've already got an intermediate weapon. I found it. I upgraded it. I don't know if I used a... Well, obviously, 1 potion of strength is what I got. You're only going to get so many potions of strength. You're only going to get so many scrolls of upgrade, so you need to think about that. So what I did is I got this intermediate weapon, and I think I only used 1 scroll of upgrade on it. And be thinking about that when you don't know what a scroll of upgrade is and you're just reading scrolls to identify scrolls. Have a weapon that you want to upgrade ready, or have some armor that you want to upgrade ready. And then once you do that, you can be like, oh, this is my intermediate. So this is my intermediate weapon. This is what is going to carry me, hopefully, through level 10, 15, until I get something good. Well, I did a quest for a ghost. Always do those, and he dropped this for me. This is a tier 5 melee weapon. Obviously, with my strength, 11, I'm not going to be able to use this 17, so I'm going to need a lot of scrolls of upgrade and a lot of potions of strength to use it, but hopefully by level 10 I will be able to use it another 7 levels. That's my strategy. Now I've got my intermediate weapon. That's this shocking dirk that I found. And then I got my weapon that I'm going to finish the game with. If I get plate armor in the next 5-10 levels and I get a few potions of strength and scrolls of upgrade, I have a very good chance of beating Yogg. I'm already excited about this game just because of this Warhammer right here. A tier 5 melee weapon in level 3 is almost unheard of. But if you get one, that is definitely going to increase your chances of winning the game. Now, armor is the same way. You want to have that plate armor, and obviously you have to be a certain strength, usually 18 strength to wield it, but like this would be a good intermediate, like a stepping stone armor up to it, but we know it's cursed, and it just might not be worth putting any time into. Or resources into, I guess is what I'm saying, because if your plate armor comes along and it has it's cursed as well, you're going to want to use a scroll of purity. Is that what you use on? I'm not sure what it's called, but you're going to want to use that on it and not waste it on something like this. Now I want to check back to this other game really quick and show you what I mean. How did we get out of here? Okay, here. Warrior. Continue. So I don't know what these scrolls are. Okay, Scroll of Identify and Scroll of Rage are the only scrolls I currently know. So it's probably a good idea at this point, eat some food, to maybe read the scroll. I bet this is a scroll of upgrade. It seems to give you a lot. The game seems to give you a lot, so I bet this. I'm gonna go ahead and read it. And if you have, let's see, gosh darn, I don't want to mess this up. I've only got a strength of 10, and that's. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. This is gonna be a scroll of upgrade. I'm gonna read it. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade this, because this is going to be a really good intermediate weapon. But you see, it still takes 13. It took 13 before I upgraded it, and it still takes 13 minimum strength requirement to use. That's because it was already upgraded once. So it would take another scroll of upgrade. Let's do it. I'm just going to waste this scroll. Let's do it. So there. It came down to 12 minimum strength requirement. I am not that. However, I've got some potions. I don't know what they are. I'm betting one of them is strength. And that is why you always drink unknown potions in water. Now you don't have to worry about that so much, especially now that you know what a potion of liquid flame is. Nope, not this one. But stand next to the door in case it's a potion of toxic gas and you need to get out of the room really quick. Boom. Okay, so I know what a potion of strength is. I still can't wield this weapon. I need one more. So that actually was a pretty big waste of resources. It's going to take 2... now, obviously, you're not going to waste potions of strength by drinking them. Those will always be necessary. Drink those right away. But maybe I could have got, like, this weapon, and I could have used it by using 2 scrolls of upgrade on it and used it as my intermediate. Now, granted, it's only 12 damage, whereas this one's going to be 28. So this mace is going to carry me a lot further in the game than this one would, but I still think it was a waste that I've had to use 2 scrolls on it, and I still can't use it. And there's no good armor or weapon in sight either. Now, granted, it's fairly early in the game. However, this is not a good sign for me. Now, in the next 5 levels, if I get something, okay, that's great, but I'm still going to have to upgrade this to use it, and that'll be 3 scrolls of upgrade. That's too many. That is, in my book, that is too many, because I want to put those on my tier 5 weapons, on my high-grade armor, my plate armor. That's what I'm looking for. And if I don't have those by somewhere between 15 and 20, I love to have them by level 15, but usually by 20. But the enemies get so hard from 16 to 20 that if you don't have something that can do 20, 30 damage every hit, you're not going to last too long. And if you don't have armor that can take 20, 30 damage, well, that's kind of high for armor. But if you don't have upgraded armor, if you're still on your first little cloth armor or whatever, it's not going to do very good for you in those levels. So that is all the time I have for today. I hope I gave you some information that you could use. Miner Mountain out. Peace!